I get calls all the time from people thinking about buying a cabin or a home as a short-term rental right here in the Georgia mountains. And almost every conversation starts the exact same way, with income. But the smartest conversations don't end with income. They end with questions about rules, taxes, structure, and location, and what you really need to know before you buy. So today, I want to slow this down a little and give you a clear, high-level view of what it actually takes to buy a short-term rental in the Georgia mountains the right way, not just what looks good online. Okay, first, not all rentals are treated the same. Short-term rentals, generally those rented for fewer than 30 days at a time, are often treated differently than long-term rentals or second homes, especially from an operational and a planning standpoint. And because of that, short-term rentals are often approached more like a business than a traditional rental. And that distinction, it matters. It affects how expenses are tracked, how income is viewed, and how the property is managed, and in many cases, how it's taxed. This is where a lot of people hear buzzwords online, but don't always understand how much structure and intention actually matter. Now, let me say this clearly up front. I am not a CPA and I don't give tax advice, but I have helped enough clients through this process to know what questions need to be asked early instead of discovering things after the purchase. So one of the most talked about concepts within short-term rentals is depreciation. In simple terms, depreciation allows owners to deduct a portion of the property's value over time, even while the property itself may be appreciating in the market. That can be powerful when it's done correctly. You may also hear about strategies like bonus depreciation or cost segregation. These can allow some investors in certain situations to accelerate depreciation in the early years of ownership. They're not right for everyone, and they must be structured correctly, and they always require professional guidance. The opportunity is real, but so is the responsibility to do it right. Here's a big one that people underestimate, and that's personal use. How often you personally use the property can quietly change how it's treated, shifting it from an investment into something closer to a second home. That shift can dramatically change the tax picture. And finally, how the property is managed matters. Self-managing versus professional management affects documentation, expense tracking, compliance, and long-term sustainability. None of these things are bad or good on their own. They just need to align with your goals. Now let me give you the part that really matters here in the Georgia mountains, because the IRS might say yes, but your county, your city, or your HOA can say absolutely not. And no tax strategy in the world is going to fix that. This is where buying in the Georgia mountains becomes very local. In Union County, there's a formal short-term rental ordinance and licensing process. There's even a cap on the total number of licenses countywide and clear expectations around reporting those. In Gilmer County, rentals under 30 days require a permit, and the county maintains an active short-term rental program. Compliance is not optional. In unincorporated Fannin County, there's a certificate and renewal process, posting requirements, and a clear paper trail. Inside the city limits of Blue Ridge, it's a completely different set of rules, including a separate city certificate and monthly reporting requirements, even if you had 0 rentals. In Towns County, lodging taxes apply, but rules can vary between city limits and unincorporated areas, which makes verification critical. This is why we always say, where you buy matters just as much as what you buy. Most short-term rental problems don't come from bad properties. They come from bad assumptions. Things like assuming the platform handles compliance, overlooking HOA restrictions, buying before confirming jurisdiction, or mixing heavy personal use with investment goals. None of these mistakes are malicious, they're just preventable. Before buying a short-term rental, we encourage every buyer to ask just a few simple questions. Is the property eligible for short-term rental today? Is it inside city limits, county limits, or an HOA? And what licenses or certificates are required? What local taxes apply and how are they reported? How does personal use affect my goals? And what changes if local rules evolve in the future? If those questions feel overwhelming, that's normal. That's also why guidance matters. Buying a short-term rental in the Georgia mountains isn't a spreadsheet exercise. It's a local decision. Our role is to help buyers slow down, confirm the rules, coordinate with the right professionals, and make decisions that still feel good 5 and even 10 years down the road. We believe smart investing starts with clarity, not pressure. If you're thinking about buying a short-term rental right here in the Georgia mountains, here's my advice. Before you buy, Let's confirm the rules, the location, and whether or not the property actually fits your goals. That's one step that protects your investment, your time, and most importantly, your peace of mind. So when you're ready, we're always happy to help. We're selling peace with a porch and a view right here in the Georgia and Western North Carolina mountains.